Hello, dear students. Good morning. Hope you all are fine and doing your studies. So, welcome to our new chapter, chapter number 4, Animal Kingdom. So, it is clear by the name chapter Animal Kingdom. Means in this chapter, we are going to learn about different types of animals according to their classification and also how they classified by their structure, by their different and various activities. So, let's start. The animal kingdom includes all the eukaryotic and multicellular organisms which have heterotrophic modes of nutrition. So far, approximately 12 lakh of animal species have been reported for all over the world. These animals shows considerable diversity in their structure and body function. The structure complexity ranges from simplest poriferal to the most complex mammals like man. In general, animals can be different as the multicellular, eukaryotic, heterotrophic, holozoic organisms. As animals are heterotrophics, they never synthesize their own food. They move in search of their food. Some animal causes the food to move to them by creating water currents, and certain Seychelles animal adopted the secondary method and remain fixed at a place of their entire life. They are known as sedimentary animals. The multicellular animal are known as metazoans. So these characteristics gradually gave rise to a complexities in the form of structure of the animals. The cellular differentiations to perform specific functions as is known as physiological division of labor. So clear? Now they having different characteristics. So let's see what are the general characteristics which is found in animal. So, as we all know that they are multicellular and eukaryotic organisms. They are heterotrophs and they cannot prepare their own food, right? Hence, they dependent on some other source. They are cell-wall-less and eukaryotic organism. They exhibit a power of mobility or locomotion, means they can travel from one place to another. They exhibit holozoic nutrition, means holozoic nutrition is present. They possesses a peculiar sensory or nervous system to receive stimuli, means nervous system is present. They can reproduce by sexual reproduction, means the mode of reproduction is sexual. They bear a specific excretory organ. They store glycogen, a store food material. Now, grow means the growth occurs at the time in all the parts of the body. So, these are the some characteristics which is mostly present in animals and mainly present. So, we having see there is a difference between given in animal and plant. So, it is given in your book. You can see this table. It will helpful for you. So, let us talk about the habitat. So, whenever we are talking about the habitat, okay, means mode of nutrition, okay, and their places, their feeding habitat, and the group, the animals having the grouped, okay. So, let's see the following categories. So, they are herbivores, right? Means directly they can take from food. Directly they can take food from plant like cow, goat. These are herbivores. Nextly, we having carnivores. Carnivores means they dependent on other animal for their food like lion, tiger. Now omnivores. So omnivores means those who dependent on both animal as well as plant like man, right? Bear, pig, etc. Next we having is sagrivores. Sagrivores means those animal they sucks blood for their nutrition, okay, like leeches. Now, parasites. Parasites means they live on the body of the other animal as a host. Okay. Saprozoic. Saprozoic means they generally obtain their food from dead organic matter. Now, next we having is caprozoics. Okay. Means such animal feed on the fecal matter on the other animal like beetles. Clear? Now, This is the habit which is found in animals. Now, types of animals. Now, habitat means the place where they mostly wanted to live. So on the basis of the place of living, so following types of environment of animal are recognized. Okay, so some animals are aquatic as well as some animals are terrestrial, right? Some animals are amphibian and some are aerial. So let's see. Aquatic means those who generally lives in fresh water, right, like lakes, ponds, river. So those animal which lives in water are known as aquatic. Terrestrial means the terrestrial animal lives on land. So means yes, they shows different types of modifications also. Some of these adaptations are like they know running, yes, they know absorber, like they know climbing of tree, how to climb, they know how to fly, right? And desert for the dry condition like rat, human, lizard, etc. So these are known as terrestrial. Okay, now amphibian. So which type of animals is known as amphibian? Means the animal can live in water as well as on the land. They are known as amphibians like frogs, crocodile, etc. Okay, now next we having is aerial. Aerial means they can, according to the adapted place or the adapted aerial life, they can go from one place to another, and according to the animal shows the adaptation, like they can go by, for example we having birds like bats, butterfly, etc. So they are known as aerial. Now let's see the basis of classification, means how they classify. So animals are classified on the basis like levels of the organization and animals body pattern. So let's see what is levels of organization. So whenever we are talking about levels of organization, that means body organization found in animal. So like the cellular level, cell tissue level, tissue organ level, organ system level. So basically we having four categories. So cellular means what? In which this is found in simplest animal in which tissues are absent. Okay. Cell tissue level means animal having this type of body organization have true tissues. Okay. And later it is the group of cells which have similar or origin and function. Okay. Now tissue organ means in this type of body or organization, tissue are organized into organ, means tissue can work as a organ like flatworm, right? Yes. Now organ system level. So this is the higher level of the body organization in animal. In this type body organization may be organ collected from the organ system like digestive system, respiratory system. These are higher level organs. So the in this way. Now this is according to the level of organization. Now next we having is animal body pattern. So let's see what is animal body pattern. Body pattern can be divided according to the category like cell aggregate plane, now blind sac plane, tube plane. Okay, and this tube thin is also divided into two parts. So let's see what is cell aggregate plan. Means the plan is seen in the simplest animal like the sponges. Okay, so this plane exhibits essential cluster of the cell with rudimentary division of labor amongst them. The blind sac planes means those who having somewhat complex plane. Okay, means these animal having digestive cavity and only one opening on the outside. So this way like a flatworms. And the tube within the tube plane means those animal with have the other complex form of the animal like the digestive. Yes, and the digestive canal has the two opening and the anterior and posterior anus. So in this way they divided. Okay, now next let us talk about next is having body symmetry. They also divided according to the body symmetry. So body symmetry means the arrangement of organ in the body, that is known as body symmetry. So it is also divided into three types. So that is asymmetry, radical symmetry and bilateral symmetry. Okay. So means asymmetry means this type of body organisms cannot be divided into equal halves, means by plane passing through center. For example we having sponges, right? Or radial symmetry means, for example the jellyfish and fishes, hydra, all these things are Means why they known as radial symmetry? So the body of the organism can be divided into two equal halves through more than one radial into two planes. So that is known as radial. But what is bilateral? If the body can be divided into two equal halves by one plane, that is called bilateral. Okay. Yes. So I'll show you some pictures. See here. Yes. This in this way. So here the examples is given with the name and organisms. Now, next we having is primary germ layer. What is primary germ layer? The body of the animal developed from primary germ layer, formed during early embryo development, and the higher animal like three germ layers: primary ectoderm, middle mesoderm, and inner endoderm are formed after gastrulation. So these are known as the primary germ layer. Okay, in this animal. Now you can see here we having given the difference between of radial symmetry and bilateral symmetry. You can see. So on the basis of this, we have next we having is body cavity of clone. So body cavity means all the tissues and the organ. See here, yes, an organ of an animal are derived and form from three embryonic or germ layer, that is ectoderm, mesoderm, and endoderm. Means these layers are divided, that we can say as the body cavity. Okay, so now next we having is C. Pseudoclomatid means they are known as, for example, we having the roundworm, okay, and other we having is the body segmentation. Whenever we are talking about body segmentation, that means you have seen that ascaris and earthworm, these are like in certain animal like earthworm, okay, and many yes, the centropeds means the arthropods, and the body is constructed out the linear repetition of the similar segmentation, and this is the type of segmentation and known as metromatic segmentation. Means you can see here in this picture, see how many segments is present. Okay, so these types of animals is known as the body segmentation. Okay. Now, next we having is body support and protection. How our body gets support and protection. So, in simple and primitive animal, there is no hard support or cover of the body. They are soft bodies like colintrates and worms. But the higher animals, they having a hard support and cover of the body, and which is known as skeleton. Okay, so basically skeleton is of two types: exoskeleton and endoskeleton. Exoskeleton means that supports and protect the animal body. Okay, yes, and endoskeleton means the bones inside the body of animal that give it shapes and support. Okay, is it clear for you? Exoskeleton means it supports animal body, and endoskeleton means it is present inside the body, which also give shape and support to the body, means from inside. Yes, endo means inside, exo means outside. So yes, so it is as well as it is found in human beings also. See here, yes, as well as animals and human beings. Okay, yes. Now, respiratory organ of some animals. Okay, so it has so most of the organism, yes, most of the organisms respire aerobically in the process, in the presence of oxygen. So some animals respire anaerobically, means does not require oxygen for growth, right? Yes, aerobically means they required oxygen for growth, and anaerobically means they does not require oxygen for the growth. So these are called anaerobes. So anaerobically respiration organism possess a specific respiratory organ, and some examples are given below. See here, yes, these are the examples. Yes, the box, the respiratory organ, and the mechanical of the respiration. You can see we have given two tables. So this is excretory organ of some animal, and yes, respiratory organ and mechanical respiration. Okay, so in next class we will see the classification also. Hope you have understood. Thank you so much.